You now tuned into a production by GDQ.
Hey,
we back.
What the hell is popping, y'all?
Episode 22.
Deuce.
22. You heard me.
What?
You
Deuce
heard
Staley.
me.
Deuce Staley's.
The Activated Podcast.
Activated Podcast. We appreciate y'all tuning in again. My name is the real Walter Ford.
Yeah. You already know who it is. It's your boy Mac 2301 6 side. Where we at though?
Yeah, your boy GDQ the one. You heard me.
The mastermind and the next best comedian in the world, and then there's just Mac. But anyways,
He's two people in one.
Exactly.
Making moves.
Multimedia and production.
Extraordinaire.
And clothes.
Management extraordinaire.
And
making
management.
the moves.
Yeah.
Hooking the guests up.
18 things. One person.
18 things. 18 and one.
I don't know what they talking about. I would say it's just Mac 2301.
This episode is sponsored by Arizona Mucho Mango. Great buy, $1. Not in the can. Still tastes great.
Oh, yeah, definitely. I used to drink.
So shout out to Arizona.
It's also sponsored by Strictly Lit too. We ain't forget them. But
yeah, Strictly Lit Entertainment.
Shout out to Strictly Lit's vending machine. If you want these, I've never seen these before, so it was the first time I ever got. Yeah, I never had. Not in the bottle. Only in the can. So shout out to Strictly Lit Entertainment for providing Arizona
for the
Mucho Mango.
resealable Arizonas.
Yup.
You know what I'm saying?
Bottles.
Arizona, get some stock in them. They public.
Bro, my guy yesterday, he told me he remember in 1992, 94, buying an Arizona tea, and it was $1.
And it's still
2018.
It's still $1.
Still $1. Okay.
Crazy.
So I used to drink 4 a day. I know that was hella sugar, so that makes sense why I was so hyped. I used to drink one. I used to wake up and drink one before on the way to school. I used to walk to school, and then we had open campus, so I would leave, go to the gas station, buy one, walk back. Then I would buy one after I would get off, like out from school, and then I buy one before I go to sleep. Every day.
Damn.
I spent all my money on Arizonas and condoms. It was crazy.
So you had 1,000 calories a day almost of Arizona.
But I was walking to get them, so I was burning.
Ain't that half your diet?
Yep. That was half my diet.
Whatever the dietitians tell us.
Hey, it was cool.
I don't believe in dietitians. Do you?
Yeah, I did football, wrestling, and track. You don't believe in dietitians?
They're a scam, like chiropractors. Chiropractors really aren't shit.
Oh, okay.
I'm not gonna explain why, because I don't really know everything why, but that's just what I've read. So I get my information from the internet without.
Get the source.
Yeah.
I feel you. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
No.
I'm going to the chiropractor tomorrow. Shout out to the chiropractors out there. Let me know.
Oh, you're going to the chiropractor tomorrow, really?
No.
Oh.
I might get a Groupon for it though when I come back.
Oh, okay.
From Indiana.
Oh.
Shout out to Indiana.
Going back to the
Going
crib.
back to Indiana.
Nice.
Comedy Underground Muncie. Shout out to them. I'm gonna go do them September 5th. So come see me there. I'm headlining 15 minutes.
Well,
Live
20
stream?
minutes.
Live stream?
I'm not
I am going live stream.
I'm not headlining anything, but I will be
Seeing the fam too.
Yeah, I'll be seeing the fam. But I'm also going to Dubs and them show.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Shout out Dub Deucey.
Yeah, I say it'll actually be the first show that I've actually went to of his outside of the LA one, but that was something we both planned. Let's see, what is it at?
Sheesh.
Oh yeah, it's the Moonlight Special. Sponsored by Gerald B. He's an artist from Indiana, and he has a nice little lineup at Be Here Now. It's next Friday, this Friday. I'm sorry, I forgot it's a new week, August 31st. So, you can catch your boy out there, straight out the 6 side shit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
Boop.
You heard me. Sheesh. That already goes crazy. That's my favorite song right now. That shit's fire. No, I'm serious. That's my favorite song by him. I'm the GOAT already. That shit is clean as fuck.
That song is
I'll be
cold,
playing
bro.
it in my car and be like, damn, this shit's hard.
That's my favorite song.
Yeah. Oh yeah, shout out to Calvin Turner and the Hack Attack podcast. You know,
oh yeah,
I'll
be on there too.
Yeah, you catch me and the real Walter Ford on there.
Yep. Shout out to Devontae Shoemaker. I'm gonna be on his podcast too.
The Blurred Report with Devon Shoemaker. Yeah, shout out to him
Shoemaker,
too.
My bad, I called him Devontae. My bad.
I thought you said Devon.
I heard Devon too.
Oh, okay. Well,
I said you said Devon. Cool. But yeah, shout out Shoe with the podcast Boo. Too. You can, I won't be on that one, but you can definitely catch me on the Hack Attack podcast. Shout out to the Jig Is Up. The Jig Is Up podcast.
We saw them out there at
the SD Barber Fest last Sunday.
First annual, right?
Mm-hmm. First annual. That was a dope little thing.
Yeah, it was nice event.
It was an enjoyable episode.
It was.
I did listen.
Listen to it? Yeah, I had to exit stage left. They was like, all right, Walter, go talk.
Yeah, you had to dip, yeah.
And then I didn't really talk too much. But it's
you were on another podcast, you said, though, right?
Yeah, I was on it's called Millennium Manchild.
Nice.
It's another comedian from Kansas, but he moved to San Diego not too long ago, 4 years ago. Yeah, so.
Nice.
Yeah, it's really, we have a really deep, interesting conversation. It's really a lot about me, and I tell him like where I came from and my story, and it get real deep, and like we just start talking about some motivational stuff at the same time.
When does that come out?
I think he said it come out next week.
That's fire. You guys, we're getting deep into the podcast community.
Oh, definitely.
I'm fucking with that.
And he actually, he's actually gonna. I invited him to be on a guest on here too. You know, so we can get some comedians on here, and get a comedian aspect to it. So I'm gonna start bringing some comedians on here.
Yeah, most definitely.
Already got the list up.
That was my first time being on a guest on a podcast.
Yeah, nice. I think me too.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll say I've never been on. I had never.
Well, I guess oh, my bad.
No, you got it. Yeah, I was just say that's the first time I've actually been on a podcast outside of our own.
Yeah, I got Skype interviewed, and that was by someone. That was cool. They have their own little thing, unsigned. That was cool. Shout out to the dude Ben Allfree. He was a cool guy, and that was cool. But sitting in front of another mic with other people who
that's awesome. Not my own. And that's not my own show.
They got a following.
Yeah. They've been doing. Yeah. The Jig Is Up podcast. They
have like 121 episodes.
Yeah, two and a half years.
Yeah.
2.5 years.
They seemed like cool people.
Yeah, man, it was nice.
I don't know if
networking, learned from them.
Yeah. I don't know if one of them had followed me or something. Like, I don't know if it was like right before. It was like right after, and I'm like, okay. And then I hadn't even seen you guys were on the podcast, and then like 6 hours later, it was. I know I heard you guys like say my name, but I don't know what it was. And then like 6 hours later, 6 hours later, I seen like you guys on it or something. So I didn't even know, and then I was like, oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
it's fire.
We should really consider doing a joint podcast,
bro. We need 8 people. We need a round table, bro. Let's get it.
There you go.
Let's get it.
There you
All
go.
you need is a U-style table.
Has that been done before?
Yeah, I've seen. I have. When you type in La Mesa like media into YouTube, there's these other people who it's like in Spanish, and they've got a good like 7 people on there, bro.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. If you just get the U and like the U style table, and then you put in like 2 different interfaces, it should work.
Oh, that makes sense. Okay, we should do that. Be like
get a full
super podcast
collab
coming through.
I said that they were. But the funny thing is, I brought this up to them Sunday, and they were already with it. They was like, "Yeah, let's make that shit happen," or whatever. So I mean, So what you saying? Networking is important, is what you saying? Networking, bro. Networking is key, bro. Networking is key. Like you can't rule out, anybody that you meet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like I didn't know what I was gonna, get from being on that podcast.
It's just a cool experience, right?
Yeah. That's dope. It's dope.
Yeah. I
new audiences and
but shout out to the Jig Is Up podcast.
Shout out to them.
We're gonna get that collab working soon.
Super soon. Shout out to Arizona again, because like I said, I used to drink 4 a day, every day.
Arizona.
And y'all don't understand. That used to be like, that's what people used to know me for, because I used to drink. You used to always
have
a
Arizona?
watermelon Arizona.
And like, yeah, I slowed down.
That's a cool rap name, Walter Arizona.
It's
Walter
not
Arizona.
Like no, it's totally
it's
a
different
villain name,
Walter
bro.
Arizona.
Yeah,
No.
fire.
Arizona.
That's fire.
Shout out to Arizona, because the Phoenix Suns, finna win the championship this year.
Bullshit.
Now that LeBron is in they in the same division, we finna bust their ass as usual. Not, but it's cool because we finna bust their ass this year. But back to what you were saying though, Walter Arizona is a great name, and I think I'm gonna embrace that for my
It's like a
alter
name.
ego.
Yeah, that's gonna be my alter ego.
Instead of Walter Ford,
Walter Arizona.
Like Walter Arizona, yeah, kind of
like a
Beyonce,
spy name, bro.
like how Beyonce got Sasha Fierce. I'm gonna be like Walter Arizona.
Nice.
I gotta have like a theme song. I don't know how the theme song is gonna sound like that, but it's gonna be.
Where in the world is Walter Arizona?
Don't trip. We'll bring him out. I'm gonna have like people chasing me and stuff. Where's Walter Arizona at? Kicking the door down.
So nice segue into maturity. It really doesn't correlate, but that's gonna be our first topic for today.
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah. No, that really doesn't segue into anything. So shout out to everything.
Shout out to Walter Arizona.
Yeah.
No, but being maturity is the thing that I think comes from experience, time, and awareness. Because there's a lot of people that have a lot of age that aren't mature, that I've grown up with and noticed. And there's a lot of people that don't have a lot of age that are mature. And it depends on like if you see it, I guess. Like if you choose to see it, you know what I'm saying? Like some people don't have role models. Like you'd be like, oh, that's how you be mature, but I don't know. If you choose to be like, I want to be mature, then you can,
I think it takes like time and then experience. So I mean, there's gonna be times where you act in a way that's immature.
Yeah, you don't know what you don't know.
But the mature action is to recognize that and then change it.
Exactly. Yeah, I think what I meant to say was it depends on if you absorb. How much you absorb of what happens around you, like how you take it in. Like something can happen to you, and then you can be like, oh, okay, and then you can repeat it again, and then you didn't learn from it, and then you can repeat it again, you didn't learn from it. You do it again, then you're like, all right, I got it now, and that's when the maturity happens. So it depends on when you. Some people learn after the first time. Some people learn from watching other people. So it just.
Yeah, I don't think
that's maturity.
That like maturity is necessarily how you act. I think it's more about your decisions. You know what I'm saying?
Of course.
Choosing when to pick your battles and choosing how to react to everything.
It's kind of hard to be like mature at all times, and the line of maturity is really interesting because you can say, oh, Q, you do this and you're an engineer and you're a grad student, but you're acting a dummy on Instagram, like with like making a rap video or something. You know what I'm saying? Some people could be like, oh, that's immature,
Somebody said that to you?
No. No, they didn't. But that's the thing, is like people, you post the video and they're like, oh, what are you going to do when you try to get a real job? Like, I have a real job, but you know what I'm saying? Exactly. So the line of maturity is really interesting. So I think it's more of
perception.
Like, just because you do this, you can't do this.
Yeah, so it's more of your decisions and more.
I think it is a part perception as well too, though, because what's mature for one person might not be mature for some people, because it's also a line of humor. You know what I'm saying? Some people.
It's a line of it. It's a line. It's basically almost like a line of perspective.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's how you see maturity. Yeah.
Some people feel like, okay, if you're 18 and on your own, that makes you more mature than somebody who's living with their parents but they're going to school full time. Type shit, you see what I'm saying? Like
26.
You're 24, still living with your parents and all that kind of stuff. But it's like, okay, but that's because I'm able to live here and go to school here too. I don't have to. You see what I'm saying?
Well, in other
progress.
cultures too, though, like they live with their family for a lot longer than American culture.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, definitely.
So that's even a line of weird maturity of it being like a social construct of acting mature. And
Exactly.
so you're not a mature person in America if you're living with your parents at 24.
From the and that's an American perspective or
Yeah.
lens. So that's right. That's I didn't even think about that. That really makes sense. You're right. A lot of other cultures, lot of they grandparents live there.
Yep, and they live together for a long time, bro. At least most of the time until they get married. Most of the time, bro. And I mean, so it could be any time, you know. And Asian cultures, like Indian cultures, are really like that. Even Mexican culture, you know. It's a lot different. Like almost everywhere else in the world besides America, and I'm sure, I mean, even European countries like Italians, you know, I'm pretty sure they live with their whole family for a while. And here it's if you're 26 and you live with your parents, you're immature. When really, it's just a weird line of perception. Yeah,
it's a weird way of thinking of it that we've been told and nobody just made up. You know what I'm saying? Nobody just is like, oh, this is what it is. It's just.
Do you think, and it's, I'm going to use like what I've just read right now with maturity. There was just a mass shooting in Jacksonville, Florida at a Madden tournament or whatever. And
or whatever.
Like no,
I know what you mean. It's like a placement of your speech.
It was a pause. But like, do you think all these mass shootings are a result of, you know, mature, like a lack of maturity? Because like, I don't know. Like, do you think that has a place of like how they were raised, you know, reflects like all these mass shootings?
Yeah, I think most people are kind of crazy. I think a lot of them are all.
That's a complex question, bro. That's not a one yes or no question.
It's an immature decision, no matter what. Though, if you're gonna shoot people in a mass shooting, plain and simple, that's an immature decision to make for sure.
Yeah, it's immature, but I think, the part of the maturity part is kind of like because it's like mass shootings are like it's a thing in America, and it's like it's a complex. It's kind of like, I don't want to say it was created, but it's like a thing. Like people don't do mass shootings other places. Like it's a fear of it. Somebody created a fear of it, and then after that, people's like, well, if it's a fear of it, let me be a person to enact the fear. You see what I'm saying? So it was like, you know, that's kind of how things begin. It was like, you know, okay, it's a you know. And I feel like that, and kind of like you said, a maturity part of it, because if you're immature, you know, then you make decisions, you know, decisions that affect other people, that negatively affect other people. But also it's a lot of other variables too, because some people are mentally ill, and then why do they have guns? And then why is guns? And you know what I'm saying? People that can, it's a couple different things. It's a couple different things. Like why, you know.
But you do think a lack of maturity plays a part in.
I think as a society, that almost plays more of an immaturity is playing more of the role on American society as a whole, as opposed to the individual level. About how Americans and the way that they approach everything from politics to decision makings. I think as a culture and as a society, Americans in general and as the country as a whole, at least the stuff that gets put out in the media and gets talked about is very immature. And the way as a collective things seem, and how I'm not saying everybody, but I think there's a large percentage of American people and who as a collective we approach things immaturely for sure. So we approach the fact of mass shootings very immaturely, as opposed to like when we talk about them on the internet, when we talk about them with people who maybe who may disagree with us.
Everybody argues. Everybody talks, and a lot of people don't listen to each other.
Yeah,
I feel like it's a lot of But like I said, it's a couple different things, man. Because it's like, why is guns available to people that would do, people that are in that situation?
I forgot. I think I brought this up. I think it was North Dakota. I can't remember the state, but one of these states in like the Great Plains.
We also got to say R.I.P. to anybody affected. Blessings to anybody affected.
Yeah, of course. We'll say it, even though I feel like that's something that, of course, we don't speak negatively on to the victims and family members, but like I think it's like in North Dakota or something like that. You are allowed to obtain a gun even if you're legally blind.
Oh yeah, I heard about that.
And I'm like,
yeah, you got to be able to defend yourself.
In North Carolina, yeah.
You see the
Bears are
legally blind.
That's just. I mean, it is. It's an immature.
No, I'm saying that's not. Yeah, that don't make. Yeah, that's not a thing. That's not an intelligent decision. I don't think.
I mean,
personally, I don't think. Yeah.
Okay, but then you get into like rights, right? Equality, and then saying, like, why can't I have? You know what I'm?
But I'm saying though.
You're 100% right. I'm bringing in the opposite side of it, but at the same time, it doesn't logically make sense
and see
a blind person to own a gun.
What you're doing right now is things we as people don't know how to do, is look at it from the other side, with a non-judgment view. Like we've
because if I was blind, I'd be like, let me get my strap, man.
Exactly.
We're not able to debate and even though I know like I said, you were speaking from the other side, but you lean more towards like, I don't think that's logically the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Like, but I can see where you're coming from. I see why you did it, and that's cool. I just simply disagree. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
No,
but we can't do that. But we as people now, we can't do that. It's either
want to argue.
Yeah. A lot of people,
side, your side,
and a lot of people feel like they don't win an argument unless they're using the higher tone, unless they're yelling. A lot of people can't they have to like say, they have to hear that, all right, I was right, you was wrong, like you win. You know what I'm saying? It's like,
and especially with something like a gun debate, like Americans have been too immature to literally sit down and like these big, even like arenas, like everybody go to Viejas and you have like questions going around. You know what I'm saying? Like real legitimate talks where people aren't freaking yelling at each other. Like you don't have these real legitimate talks.
And then people come to an understanding and then everybody wins.
Yeah. And they don't want, I mean, that's the thing is, they don't want us to compromise and be able to have power like that, because you have power if you're able to do that and make a change and be mature. You know what I'm saying? Like that, the American people don't have power at all, right? Like people need to understand that and we know that the average person doesn't have power. So that gives everybody, it gives them a say. So it matters. So it's a mature thing. So definitely, like we approach a lot of things very immaturely, I think, as
a collective.
Yeah. And you know what? That's how, if you think about it. No, I would say, so if you think about it, bro.
I did it for you.
The lack of maturity with our government officials and all that kind of stuff trickles down to what you see in the streets. Like, because you guys are so immature on gun laws, little Day, 11 years old, got a pistol. Mm-hmm. Because it's so easily accessible.
Oh, yeah. That's on purpose.
But I get it, bro. Yeah. But I mean, like, it's
totally on purpose. It's so fucked up. It's so fucked up how on purpose that shit is.
Yeah, it's on purpose. But yet, with us as citizens, like, we're immature because we're not learning from it.
Oh yeah,
we're not learning from it.
It's not a huge societal consciousness. Like single consciousness at the same time.
Well, you don't get those massively coming together of people anymore. Like you don't get those.
You need like Gandhi or something.
Yeah, you need someone who can lead 100 million people in a city. You need people to come out to all San Diego and stand there
somebody
and don't
who's
even do
to die
anything.
For it.
Yeah, and so we cannot collectively, maturely get a million people to congregate.
We want to. We need to, but that's difficult to do without. Yeah. We don't,
because
though.
we're
like you said, we don't.
Well, like us right now, we're having a mature discussion about it, so we can do it with 3 people. You know, we could do it with 4. We could do it probably with 100. We could do it with 1,000. We can do it in an audience of 10,000 probably.
It just takes
but collectively, once you get you get a whole immaturely people. You get too many people who act immaturely. You know what I'm saying? So and it overpowers the maturity. Even so, if there's 1 million people and 999 million of them are mature, but the 1 million are immature, the 1 million is gonna have the louder voice. You know what I'm saying? Like they're gonna.
That makes sense.
I guess it's hard to explain, but that 1 million will ruin it for the 999 million because they piss off the more mature people and are like, and the more mature people are like, yeah, like it's a wrap, you guys, you know, and shit goes wrong.
That makes sense. I was talking to somebody before. Ain't it crazy how when you were a child, you like, adults know everything and they know how to figure it all out, and then when you become an adult, you like.
No one knows.
Nobody really knows what it is. Yeah, everybody's learning.
So did Mama know best then?
Oh, definitely. Definitely. They know more. You know what I'm saying? They know more, but it's like you just have as a child, you just think that they know everything. Like everything.
I just
adults
don't.
In general.
I just want to know where does anybody learn that killing people is okay?
It goes back to the immature reactions of the news, the media. Like it's a big media thing for sure.
It's
the
media. How about the
has
acceptance?
Influenced it more than anything else.
So what? What's your take on like with number 45 and his immaturity and how it's just accepted?
And it shows the times. 100%.
Yeah,
he's it's never been more reflective of how the American society is acting. That fool is the most immature person probably in the United States right now. Like literally, and it
because
just
you're doing it
as a society.
You're acting a fool on the biggest stage in the world, and you're acting like you have no remote common sense.
And you 70.
Yeah, what does it show an 11-year-old, who's taking in any type of media and how adults are reacting to it?
The 11-year-old who wants to be a president.
It makes it okay. Not even the 11-year-old who wants to be president. Almost everybody, because that shit, it's affected everybody.
Your parents.
Everybody,
a
exactly.
lot of people's parents, and then they teach their kids, and then that's what trickles down.
And it's us too. You can sit there and tell your kid as much like this is not how you act at all, but he's the fucking president of the United States, and he's acting this way. So what does that reinforce subconsciously?
Yeah,
that's real.
If the most powerful man in the world can act like that, I'm pretty sure I can too. If he can do it, I can do it, and that's what the kids are going to take from it.
My bad.
No, you good. I
was going to say you're not the most powerful, but one of them.
He's the most face though. Definitely the
from face value.
Yeah.
Face value. Yeah.
It's the number 1 position in the country. You know what I'm saying? They don't even have to think about it. It just shows subconsciously we're smart. Humans are so smart, bro.
Oh yeah.
That shit goes straight into their subconscious. Yeah. Oh, this guy's like this. I could do whatever I want, and
I can lie. I can grab females by the vagina. I can make fun of disabled people. I can do all of this. I can do all of that. And
veterans.
Come on, bro.
Tell them to beat up women, and just tell them to fight people like the good old days.
Punch them in the face and stuff. Bro, what are you doing?
And he'll pay for the consequences.
Yeah, that just goes to show you where we are. And then like I said, even with everything else, his actual scandals and all the people, the company that he's kept is now
it's the most people fired or dropped or left from a cabinet ever.
Charged with federal indictments. Bro, what is?
And you did it to a porn star. and then lied about it and then got caught lying about it.
Like his own
Just the
personal like lawyer, his own lawyer is indicted.
Okay, so yeah, who we talking
for
about?
lying? Number 45.
No, I'm talking about the president. Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's crazy that we said all that about one person.
Yeah, and there's so much scandal. It goes in.
It's just so much random stuff, though.
It's not even the president, too. Like, it goes across the whole, like, even in the media, like, a lot of the time. And even with banks and companies, and they can make these immature and very bad decisions and still be the CEO or still do, what positions of power.
Oh, no, they just don't go to jail.
Yeah. Or a company like the pharmaceutical companies, and they get in trouble, but you only have to pay out, like we had talked about it before, $1 billion, even though that's nothing for what you make every day.
Billion,
yeah.
You got 500 billion.
And so it shows people all the time there's no real consequences for how they act. So it's still like on a manufactured level for sure. Act as mature as you can so people can think they could damn near be immature. And look at, I guess it with Twitter too, and it gets more and more toxic. People get more and more like
negative shit.
Yeah,
it's more accessible.
Yeah, more and more negativity takes over. With social media, it's gotten worse every year. Every year, people feel like they could say more and more on Twitter, and more in real life, and more they could be disrespectful and freak out and call people shit in public, and people in public are just like someone will be getting beat up, stabbed, called racist stuff, and people around her most of the time are just like,
or recording
sitting
it.
on the train or recording it.
Yeah, that's what I was just getting to get to. Like back then, like, do you think the first thing on somebody's mind when they seen somebody get shot was, let me pull up my phone and record this?
You couldn't, because you couldn't record on your phone.
But even then, like, you
couldn't know, but when that's because people were present in the moment back then, because our phones keep us out of our present moment. We all need distractions. So.
Like, whose idea was it, like, to think that recording shootings or recording people die was even morally right?
Well, I mean, look at the shit with X. Like X, he died in that video. No one's even helping him. No one's even looking for bullet holes to stop bleeding. No one's doing anything. Nothing. Every single person is recording.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not saying it could have saved his life, but it does show.
I mean, but shit, it could have. Yeah. You never know. Like, you never know. And it's like, bro, like, what are we doing? You know,
it's
weird times.
It's but it feels very manufactured. Like, dude, seriously, because it pulls people even more out of the present. So no one lives in the moment,
exactly. And it's like the craziest part is, which is why they made Mark Zuckerberg go to the Congress or the Senate. It was Congress. He went to the Supreme Court. Somebody. He was talking.
Yeah,
to the government
he had to. Yeah,
because they were hiring engineers and people that scientists, like, that study, and psychiatrists that study, like, how to get people addicted to things.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
so
yeah.
it's like constant dopamine.
Yeah.
And that's what your phone is too. And they said just social media, but that's what phones are. So because it's constant dopamine, how do you feel when your phone finna die? You get anxiety, you get nervous. How do you feel when your phone dead? Like I said before, how you feel when your phone dead and you're just in the middle of nowhere? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You dead over there.
You did.
it really creates that dependence, and
dependency.
It's the most quickest dopamine, and it's the slightest but most enough to get you high at a constant freaking rate all day, and it just depletes it's so bad for you to get that much dopamine all the time. We're not supposed to fucking constant have a drip of dopamine like that, bro.
Exactly.
What is dopamine for those who don't know?
It makes you.
It's the chemical that makes you feel good after you, and you mostly feel it after you work out, or
right.
like when you feel love,
or drugs. People, that's what a lot of drugs are, is coke and shit and heroin. It gives you that huge dopamine hit, so it makes you fall in love and get addicted.
Exactly, drugs, but yeah, you naturally do it from that too.
Because when
working out and
yeah,
stuff like that,
when you get that good feeling, that euphoric feeling, that's a dopamine. That's dopamine, the chemical reaction in your brain of dopamine. That's literally what that chemical feels like.
and that's how you feel when you get a text message
Or get a like. So
exactly, same thing. But like I said, it's not just the thing; it's your phone too, bro.
Yep.
Yeah, but that's how you feel when your phone
when you get a call,
when your phone vibrates. It don't even matter what you get. When your phone vibrates, you're like, I'm connected to the world.
It's a super learned reaction.
Exactly. And like that's why you ever heard of the phantom vibrate or the phantom phone syndrome,
Yeah,
when you feel like your phone
vibrates in your pocket when it's not there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's the thing, because it's like your brain subconsciously is like, oh shit, somebody's hitting you up. And because you want that hit of dopamine or whatever, your brain, boom, like
create false feelings or
thoughts. Exactly.
Yeah.
Ain't that crazy?
Yeah.
And that shows kind of how you like your like I was saying before, your body is like your conscious mind, because it's like once you do something so many times and once you get used to it, then your body's gonna do it without your brain having to do it.
I think mine's is like because I've had those things, like I've obviously had that feeling, but like a lot of mine like really do be true. Like if I just get that vibe, like I got a real feeling that like my phone is going ham, and like I'll go back there and it really do be.
Oh man, that's because you psychic or something, man. You got.
Well, no, it's just because like
your pocket vibrate?
No. It's just because like it's just like group meet.
Oh
group
yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah, intuition is a thing.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like mine's be like intuition type things. But there has been a time where like there has been plenty of times where I felt like my phone vibrated in my pocket, but it was really in the back. And sometimes I'm right. Sometimes I do have a notification. Sometimes that should be Sahara Desert dry. But it's whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's crazy.
But also you get what you're looking for too. So you know what I'm saying? That's kind of how brains work. That's kind of like how when you get a car and then you never seen that car around until you get it. And then when you get it, everybody else got that same car.
There's a word in German called that. I don't know what it's called. It
is. And I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
I heard about that one time.
Yeah, give me a fist pound. Shout out to Walter.
Yeah,
no, and I don't know what the fuck the German word is. But you know how, because other languages have words for like
for
things that we can't feel.
Exactly.
Yeah. Or we do feel, but we don't have.
We don't have the proper term for it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like in it's either Japanese or Chinese. It's Japanese. Crisis also means opportunity. So and whatever, it's the same word.
Yeah, I wonder why.
Yeah. I mean, because when you're in a crisis, you make opportunities.
Or we dropped fucking 2 nuclear bombs on their freaking culture.
Yeah, I know. That's crazy.
More.
yeah,
that shit.
Crazy.
I ain't have nothing to do with that.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That was Pookie and them.
Yeah.
Isn't that fucking crazy? That's
history.
Fucking crazy.
History is crazy, bro.
So fucking crazy.
Yeah, the way the world has happened so far.
Yeah, so far, and it's only a
and we still living in it, bro. That's the craziest part, right? Like we just stuff happened and then you just keep going.
Shout out to the present.
Shout out to the time.
It's crazy to live in the present compared to the past or the future, bro.
Yeah. Shout out to
the thing when time's ticking like this, bro. That's crazy compared to when you die or compared to before. Like this time that you get, the years or whatever. Some people get fucking a few minutes. Some people get 110 years, bro. Like
exactly.
And that just to be in that time is crazy.
I watched this dude that was 109 and smoked cigars and drink scotch every day.
Yeah, shout out to Good Genes.
You said what?
And eat ice cream.
It's important to point out.
I was watching
and that's what we were talking about really quick with food. Like you can sit there and eat the most healthiest foods all your life and only live to see 30.
That's what I'm saying. I don't believe in dietitians, bro.
Oh no, it's a joke about that. Damn, I forgot who. Shout out to whoever made that joke up. I can't remember who it is, but they was like, all these people that don't eat, drink, or smoke, or whatever. Oh no, it's Richard Pryor. Duh, Richard Pryor. I'm tripping. All these people that don't eat, don't drink, don't eat, don't smoke, and then you gonna be mad as hell when you in the hospital dying from nothing.
It's true.
I was like, yeah, it's Richard Pryor, man. I was like, yeah, that's hey,
real shit.
But
That's
I was
true.
watching these other people. I was watching a couple. I don't know why. I was just started clicking on people that lived long and like their secrets to how they lived long. And I watched this other TED Talk.
Not a lot of stress. It's stress.
Yeah, that's actually it, bro. It's actually
Stress.
It's about the people that they follow. It was the longest study of people throughout their life. So it was like people, and they started the study in like the 40s or something. So the people was like 70 and 80, and pretty much what it showed was the people that had the most happy relationships with their family and with their spouse and with their pretty much in life. The people that were most loved and most connected lived the longest and had the longest life. And it's also like,
sure.
Statistically showed like people that are in the hospital, the ones that are
Have their family
that have
come.
families, the ones that have families survive more than people that don't have families because of its connectedness and like So I believe that
For sure.
it's some kind of connectedness between everybody. So that's kind of what I was just going to what we were talking about, like that's crazy, ain't it?
Yeah, I say
Crazy,
it's crazy.
crazy.
That's all tied to maturity in
Yeah,
some
exactly.
shape, way, or form.
Exactly.
You know,
Yeah.
I just want to think like people, even with like what we're doing now, you have to have a certain level of maturity to just do things. Like obviously, like have a business, a podcast,
A job.
being, bro. You know how
Number one, yeah.
For example, bro, you know how much maturity you have to go to school full time, have a full time job, and have in the near future, a wife. Like, you know how much maturity
Full time spouse.
Yeah, full time spouse. Like,
Yep, that's
you know what I'm saying?
right
Like that takes
and do a podcast.
It takes a
And edit it.
And
takes
be a rapper. Hey, what's good? Hey.
I'm a comedian, though, but yeah.
Nah, you a part-time rapper, bro. Quit lying. You a 10% rapper, bro.
Hey, man, I'm like a 2% because
he get them royalty checks once in a blue moon.
I hop on the beat.
Well,
with a joke.
all three of us too. It takes maturity to leave the place where you were born and spent a long time of your life in, and to move far away and to start a new life, even at a young age.
Clean slate,
bro. And you know what? It's funny because, like I said, it ties into like the good friend Chad B we was talking about it the other day. Again, like we went from we were cool, like we were friends when we first met or whatever. But later on down the line, like, we had that immature mindset that, like, oh, because you and you don't like each other, I got to pick sides between y'all, type shit. To the point to where, like, niggas was fighting their own family members because they were fucking with it, didn't fuck with each other people. And, now that we've gotten older and we look back and we realize how like stupid that shit was, like, bro, that shit's stupid. Now when we call, like, we talk about business, we talk about things, how to make each other better, and all that kind of stuff. And I think even already like what we beef about with each other shows how immature we are. We're beefing about stuff that literally makes no sense. And it's not logical. Like there's nothing good out of it.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So like,
no purpose, no good intent. No growth.
You shouldn't beef over money. You shouldn't beef over because such and such doesn't like you. For whatever reason. Yeah, over words. Shouldn't beef over opinions.
Yeah.
Beef over like, character actions. Like, okay, that guy is not a good person, fine, I'm not gonna fuck with him.
Exactly. And
you know what I'm saying?
My mama, then
yeah. If it's not something, honestly, I really feel like it. Like if it's not detrimental to your core things, if it's not, so for most people, religion, family, and their job or whatever. If it's not detrimental to the core things that's important to you, it ain't worth it.
Money, pretty much.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like even money, like you shouldn't beef over money because money's gonna come and go anyways.
Exactly.
Little do you know, you have your own, like you have a beef against the currency that we have in the world. Like, for example, why do I have to give ATMs $3 for my money? You see what I'm saying?
To make their money.
Yeah, to make like that. You see what I'm saying? So like, I think we gotta learn as people just like you can't expedite maturity, but like I think we gotta get it together.
Well, yeah, but it goes to experience, right? So you had to have those experiences to realize that you were acting immature, and so I think it's important to know that we can make mistakes, and it's the most mature thing you can do is make a mistake and change it
and learn from it,
recognize it. Because I've made a hell of a lot of mistakes, and I've been immature with a lot of people, you know. And I think the most mature thing you can do about it is just to recognize it and to not act that way again. You know what I'm saying? With someone else. So now, since you went through that, you're not gonna beef with people over dumbass shit anymore, you know. So that's, I think, a really important part. It's okay to make a mistake and be immature about it, but if you don't recognize it and don't change it, and you make that same mistake in another situation, like, that's very immature. You feel me?
Yep, I agree completely. You gotta absorb that.
All right.
Knowledge.
Learn to be more mature. And shout out Chad.
All right, we putting 10 minutes on the clock. We're going to have each 10 minutes. Each minute, we got one thing to talk about going on.
Wait, 10. So we're doing 10?
10 things in 10 minutes. 10 for 10. That's what we calling it. Are y'all ready?
10? Yeah.
First thing that comes off the top of your head, and once it hits 1 minute, I'm going to say 1 minute, 2 minute. Now I'm going to say time.
I'm ready.
You ready? All right, you're going to start off.
This
is
new. I
Set 10 for 10, go.
Why is Nicki Minaj tripping over? Well, I feel like it's different things. I feel like she was tripping, but then I feel like at the same time, she has been quiet, and people, she's a female in rap, and she's like the only one, so
what about Cardi?
I mean, well, she just came out though.
Is Nicki salty because Cardi is killing it more than her? Why is Nicki even butthurt? She sold 190,000 in her first week. She's
number 2.
But she's salty about Travis Scott, though. It's not even about her. But it, like she said,
Travis is a new age person. Nicki, she's been in the game for hell long, bro. Why is she? Her tripping only hurts her.
But I
think so too. Like I
don't think she tripping though.
You don't think
some
of
that I think she's just half and half. Half of it I think she got shitty enough to where she just like was like, I'm finna say this and all this extra shit too that's been going on. My bad.
Yeah. I think it's more half and half.
Shout out to Nicki Minaj.
Time.
Next, Delaney.
Football season.
Shout out to the Raiders.
The Eagles have lost every game.
Vegas Raiders.
Man, are they playing in Vegas?
Who?
No, they're not in Vegas.
No, they're not yet, right?
Not yet. I think next year it is.
My roommate a Raiders fan, kinda.
Bro,
don't talk
to me about no preseason. I don't want to hear shit about preseason.
I know you don't, because we get our ass bust. We finna bust ass in this regular season though. I don't care either.
Are the Eagles gonna win it again?
Oh, definitely.
All
Definitely.
All day, nigga. I'm a realistic. I hope so. It's gonna be the Patriots, bro.
It's gonna be
It's gonna be Tom Brady. Hey. But all those other Eagles fans, hey, make sure y'all come to that East Tavern Village Bowl.
Oh, yeah, East Village Tavern and Bowl.
I switched it up.
Yeah.
You can catch me and the real Walter Ford down there.
I'm hosting
Bird Gang all motherfucking day. Hey, y'all better put some respect on us this year. You know what I'm saying?
Giving away jerseys,
giving away jerseys. Ooh, wait till y'all see the jersey I just won in that motherfucker.
Daryl Dawkins helmet.
Q, Boss album. You guys didn't listen.
Boss?
Yeah. Why haven't you listened to Boss's album? It's good.
I forgot.
It's an 8 out of 10.
Okay, so people that don't know who Boss is, he's signed to Dreamville, which is J. Cole's label. And he this is 5th album, 4th album.
I think it's like its 3rd, right?
No. You tripping? He got
studio
4
album?
Yes, he has 4 albums, bro. I listen to Boss, bro. Trust me.
Someone fact check him.
Fact
I'm
check
just
me.
kidding. I
Fact
believe you.
Google.
I believe you. I believe you.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's his fourth
So you
album.
fuck with
it
that?
It might be because one of them might be a mixtape.
You like that Tribe song? That shit.
Yeah,
that shit goes.
Tribe is my that's that jam.
Do you think it could be on the radio?
Yup. You
You
got
think
J.
it
Cole
would?
on it. Yeah, of course. You got.
I
J.
think
Cole
I made
singing on
it.
Yeah, come on. You got J. Cole.
You like
singing
that J. Cole song with Miguel? Isn't that shit on
Oh,
the radio?
yeah.
That shit's
Yeah.
been on the radio a lot,
That
right?
song is cold. I feel like that song is so cold because the second verse you hear what he say, I hate you like Trump is confusing these people, that's whatever. He just pretty much talk about Trump. But it's a song to females. But yeah.
Time.
So I'm gonna keep talking about that because it's a song to females. Because that's something different.
Nice.
But no, it's J. Cole. And on that Miguel song, this whole second verse is just him talking about Trump. I mean, talking about his views of Trump, at least. Let me say that. His views.
But in a perspective of like in contrast, describing a female, right, or like some kind of interaction with
exactly,
a female.
Exactly. He say, "I love you like Trump loves his confusing people," or something like that. You know, something like that.
So that album
That's a
of the
lit
year
verse.
freestyle, he says, plus I'm smart at math like I'm Asian. No
yeah.
race baiting. That's like what a dude get from Caucasians. That shit's
Yeah.
fire.
Yeah,
Shout
no,
out.
Of course.
He be killing that, bro.
Of course. Yeah, no. Shout out to J. Cole, man. He's a beast.
So is J. Cole. Like, I think J. Cole made his way to like my favorite rapper for right now. I don't know why.
boo,
Times.
boo. I would say shit.
More J. Cole.
No, more J. Cole. No,
Got him.
we could go. I would say we could.
No, talk about something else.
Oh, you're not gonna.
I got that ass. All the time.
Yeah. it's
Shit, how
22nd,
many
dude.
was that? How many is that?
Talk about it. Don't
Maybe-
worry about it. Just
yeah.
say something.
Shit.
We got
Talk
30
about-
seconds left. Shout out to
Amen.
D's Nuts running for president
Next year.
2020.
Yeah.
Shout out to
I'm gonna run as D's Nuts this year for 2020.
No, really quick. Is another
just-
celebrity legitimately
I'm
going
not
to run
gonna
for
do that.
presidency?
The Rock
God.
and Oprah.
Oprah won't run.
It's
bro.
gonna be Oprah, bro.
She will not
It's
run.
gonna be Oprah and The Rock,
She won't run.
and they're both gonna win. It's gonna be.
I'd rather Michelle run.
It's gonna be a co-presidency.
I'd rather Michelle run.
Michelle Obama.
After no,
She's not going.
no.
She's not going.
After she seen what they put her husband through, she ain't with
Yeah,
the shit. It's
she-
like nah.
Time.
They older.
Are we gonna continue with Michelle Obama? See, now we're going through minutes of.
Go to something else.
Women empowerment. Since we're talking about Michelle.
Yeah. Shout out to all the women running the world because we know women run the world.
Hey,
Yeah,
no.
women do
Did you
run the
see? Did you see the French Open banned Serena? Like you remember Serena when she wore that all black cat suit?
No, but keep going though.
But you know how?
I'm
Okay, first of all,
I'm gonna Google it after this. over.
I would say they banned her
All-black
from
cat
wearing
suits.
the all black cat suit because it was like
She thick as hell.
basically, and not everybody can pull it off. And
Shout out to Serena Williams.
Shout out to her being one of the goats. I was just saying before how like I start studying goats, bro. She's one of the goats. Like she's still doing it.
Even after
we're
pre-
gonna do time.
even
Who
after
are-
pregnancy,
Who are the goats you're studying? That's what. Who are the goats of the goats?
Okay, to me, I'm right now. I'm getting down with Muhammad Ali, Richard Pryor. Honestly, right now, Tiger Woods, Pele. That's soccer. He's one of the best soccer players.
Nice.
Michael Phelps.
I'm going for the gold.
Yeah. Joe Rogan is one of the best podcasters, so I've been looking at like how he's been podcasting. One of the best.
Don't look at his most recent podcast.
Yeah.
Who's?
Nah,
Joe
I'm just-
Rogan.
I
That'll be the next one.
I'm
We'll
just-
talk about Joe Rogan.
Yeah,
Next
I'm just
minute.
talking about like how he got to that
Yeah.
point. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, he's definitely the most famous. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So let me see. I think I've been looking at Floyd too. Floyd is kind of cold, whatever. He's not the greatest though, but
Yeah. Shout out to Floyd Mayweather, Money Team.
yeah,
You already know
Money
what it
Team
is.
beast.
It's gonna be ready. We're gonna talk about Joe Rogan. Time. Dude is an asshole. But I'm just saying. Lately, he's been. I don't know, man. I think it's weird because he does have the most famous podcast right now, and he really exploded the podcast community with comedians, bro.
Oh yeah, he just did one with Jared Carmichael like 2 days ago. That was pretty. Fire.
He did one. You should go watch it. You might like it with the dude who wrote Fight Club.
That's lit.
the movie.
The book. It was a book first.
Okay, the book. Okay, I just
and he just did Neil deGrasse Tyson again.
Yeah, I seen that.
Which is fire because Neil deGrasse Tyson is that dude.
Yeah, he's heavy. Yeah, heavy hitter. I get down with him. But yeah, okay. So you don't like Joe Rogan? Why don't you like?
No, I do like Joe Rogan. I do. I can't lie.
Asshole.
I think he's a little bit. Yeah, he's full of himself, and he be just like a lot of us are. I mean, he.
What you think about?
You ever watch any of his stuff?
Yeah, I have. I mean, I haven't watched like a full like 3-4 hour, obviously, or listened to it,
it's
but like
2 hours each episode. I'm
yeah,
like, damn.
yeah.
He has some 3.5.
Yeah.
Time.
I respect him. I like Joe Rogan, but I've known Joe Rogan since
we've known
Fear Factor and all that kind of stuff. So like I've always naturally like
Fear Factor, Ludacris. How do you feel about that?
Bro, I have yet to watch an episode.
Wait, Ludacris
is hosting Fear Factor. He has been.
I have not seen that. Hopefully it's gonna be way better, just like Steve Harvey hosting the
Family Feud.
Because Family Feud is lit now, G. Family Feud is so lit now,
dude. But Joe Rogan beat up someone on Fear Factor. Is Ludacris gonna do that?
No.
He might throw some bows.
Ludacris about his money, G. You know?
Yeah, throw some bows.
Yeah, no, Ludacris was like.
Shout out to Pimp My Ride with
When was the last time he
Exhibit.
dropped the album, G? He got that movie money, G.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, Ludacris, yes.
He got that movie.
He got
money.
that Fast and Furious money.
And that's all he needs. That's all he needs. That's all he needs, bro. You got what?
Time. We'll talk about Fast and Furious. They are not that good of movies, bro. Come on, bro.
It's a lot of them. I mean,
Fast and Furious has not been good since the second one. What? Tokyo Drift.
No, that was 3.
3.
Shit, the second one was the one with Luda. First when Luda came into it.
Yeah, that was
Too Fast, Too Furious.
That was my favorite one. I think.
I'm not gonna lie to you. I like 5. I like 5 when they the Brazil where they took this bank safe of money. Like that shit was just dope as fuck to me though. But like
I think I like Fast 8 because no, I'm just playing.
Fast. What are they on now? 9. Rock is
they're on the
killing
Fast
it
and
with
Furious now.
The Rock. How about The Rock getting money now? Like he would.
Fuck The Rock.
I got
just kidding. Shout out to The Rock.
But
I really don't think he's a good actor, but he really be doing this thing.
No, he's just that.
He's just that big,
he's
like
that
anti-villain or whatever. Yeah,
he's good enough, and he's marketable. He's a marketing genius.
10. Last one. Ready? Go.
Okay. How about we talk about celebrities who made it from their original hustles to like
Kevin Hart.
Right there with The Rock. The Rock started out playing football for the U. Shout out to the U. Went to wrestling. Now he's making movie money. Ludacris, Tyree,
Donald Glover.
Huh?
Donald Glover, bro.
Yeah, he did everything. He did comedy.
What?
Still making music.
Yeah,
did comedy,
he wrote on 30 Rock, didn't he?
Yeah. Then he did acting. Now he produces and acts and stars and still does music
and
writes and produces, right?
And is what? Who do you think is he? He's the new freaking person in Lion King, bro. What the fuck?
Simba,
right? He's Simba in Lion King.
That's crazy.
Is that that is crazy? Like, do you think everybody should learn to do that? Like
be Renaissance men? Yes, it'll make us better.
I think you should learn from the people that's doing what you're trying to do.
Time. Nice. The first 10 for 10 was a success.
I like that.
Got a boop quote.
It was random. So is that going to replace the top 5?
Top 5, no longer. We got 10. I think 10 for 10 is good for when we have guests too.
Well,
we just made up a new segment on the spot, people. That's how you do it at Activated. You know what I'm saying? We creative people. We doing the damn thing live. You know what I'm saying? You heard me.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So.
Yitty.
Sorry.
No,
for
you
good. BOOP time.
Boop, 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 boop,
boopity
boop, 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 boop. No, but this one, hey,
you thought we wasn't gonna do it, but it's the boop quote. Boop quote.
No, what if I just got into a dance real quick? Just
bachata.
Synchronized.
I want to learn how to really quick. I want to learn how to bachata. If I'm pronouncing it right.
I don't even know it.
It's bachata.
Yeah, this fool knows
Evelyn knows some
Spanish
friends
than I do.
I'll say Evelyn knows some.
At the wedding, bro.
That's the first dance I learned.
You'll be able to dance at the wedding.
Hey, really quick? What's my title in the?
Oh,
wedding?
that's a good thing. Okay, so first off, to you, you'll be a groomsman. To you, would you like to host the wedding?
Yes. Yes. I will be super respectful. I won't curse.
Yeah.
I'll speak a little bit Spanish.
Yeah, exactly. All right, yeah.
I'm gonna say that on camera. That's the only reason I said that. So
yeah, me and Evelyn talked about it, and I know you'll be hella respectful, so that's why I had said and you've got a lot of respect, so that's why.
Oh yeah.
What's the colors?
It's blue. So I'll we're doing suits. It's only you'll only have to pay $70 for the suit. Okay. So it's hat because they're a little
November
bit
9th.
So I gotta wear the suit. Can I just wear blue?
Yeah, you can wear something.
I'm gonna just get a vest that match or something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go there and
you could just get a vest and then wear your black slacks and freaking that'll be nice. Yeah, so shout out to
Betsky.
November 9th.
Boo. Boo quote for real.
Dang,
Take two.
That's close. Okay. All right. Oop, my bad. All right, so this one is from Bradley Whitford. I appreciate this one because a lot of people talk about The Secret. I don't know if you've read The Secret. It's a wonderful book. Is it Rhonda Rhimes? Is that their book? No. It's something Byrne. Anyway, whoever wrote the book, The Secret, it talks about the law of attraction pretty much, where you think it and it comes to be. Now, I believe in visualization and faith and making a plan, and you gotta the desire to have something is proof from a higher connectedness or God or whatever you want to believe that you have it already. So I believe that, but I do believe that you have to have action. So even in the Bible it says action without faith is dead. So I just feel like anything. So let me get to the quote. So it says, infuse your life with action. Don't wait for it to happen. Make it happen. Make your own future. Make your own hope. Make your own love. And whatever your beliefs, honor your creator. Not by passively waiting for grace to come down from up high, but by doing what you can to make grace happen yourself right now, right down here on earth. Bam. So I really like that one because it's
man, create your own happiness. That's all it is.
Exactly.
Bro. Create your own happiness. Whatever makes you happy, do that shit.
Yeah. Exactly. And like I said,
don't ever sacrifice it for nobody.
Exactly. It takes action and it takes effort to do that. It takes massive action. To get out of what we all kind of do of an autopilot type thing. I think Joe Dispenza, I was talking about him before, but he talks about how we get into autopilot because when you do something, you traditionally is going to do the same thing. You wake up on the same side of the bed, you drive the same way to work. And when you do it, you don't even think about it. Like when you drive the same way to work, you don't recognize different things because it's kind of like a program and you get stuck in a program and you have to do different actions to get yourself out of that program. And the reason it gets uncomfortable is because making a new connection with the neurons in your brain to do something different. And that comes out as pretty much fear or anxiety or, uncomfortability. And it just takes action and action and action. And that's even with being successful in anything you want to do. You have to take massive action to get out of the situation. Like we was in a real messed up situation when I moved here. I was out here, hurting financially, woo-wop, and I just did everything I could. And eventually it's kind of like, I think Les Brown says it, eventually life starts opening doors for you. You just got to, if this don't way, you go find another way. If this way don't way, you go find another way, talk to somebody, meet somebody, you go, and then eventually life understands that you want it bad enough. And then you'll catch a break pretty much. And that's kind of the Boop quote. So I wanted to just, talk about action. So take action with anything that you want to do your whole life. Yep.
Sheesh. Boop. And be happy. Don't worry, be happy.
Don't die from paralysis of analysis. And that's where you sit and think about it too much. We all do that. Yeah,
don't think about it too much.
Boop.
Boopity bad boop.
I'm going to end it on that.
That was great. Well, I had a great time.
Yeah. Hey, Walter, you got shows coming up.
I do got shows. Check me out at the Comedy Underground Muncie in Indiana. That's going to be on September 5th. And then on September 14th, check me out at the Torque Moto Cafe in North Park. That's in San Diego. Tickets is $5, and that's going to start at 7:30. And then I got a show the day before my birthday. It's gonna be at Jupiter Record Store. That's in North Park on University Ave. But the show I really want you to come through. If you can't make it to any of those, I have a show on my birthday, September 21st. Q, I ain't told you, but I got your tickets.
What are we doing?
I didn't tell you, but yeah.
I got a comedy show on my birthday.
Oh shit!
At the Comedy Palace, the place you went to.
Oh,
before.
nice. That place.
Yeah.
In the big room again? That shit
it's not gonna be at the big room. It's gonna be in the small room, unfortunately. But it's still gonna be lit though. So it's at the Comedy Palace, and I actually have
the 23rd.
This is on the 21st. It's 2 shows.
Friday. Okay.
It's 2 shows on the 21st. It's one at 7:30 and one at 9:30. So catch me in both shows. It's called "If You Don't Come, We'll Cry" show. So nice. Shout out. It's in the Gold Room.
And they will cry if you don't show up.
Gold Room at the Comedy Palace. Shout out to Billy and Billy Orm and Noah Tidwell for hosting that. It's gonna be. It's a couple heavy hitters in there. Headlining. We got some LA comedians like big names. So. Come through.
Nice. Shout out to the Bok Choy video coming soon.
Bok Choy.
I just had to self-plug it. Shout out to Cronny P. You feel me? The videographer doing the damn thing. We shot it yesterday. That shit's gonna be fire. About to be an IG exclusive. You feel me? we making these new moves on our Will Smith shit. You see how we dropped that Instagram only video.
Oh yeah, exactly. 60 second little song
working in 60 seconds. That's fire. So that's what we trying right now. So wait for that Bok Choy video coming soon.
Boo, boo.
Yeah, and then my final shout outs is again, shout out to the Jig Is Up podcast. The Jig Is Up Activated podcast collab is coming soon, so we'll get with them and we'll keep y'all posted on that. Shout out to again, shout out to the Hack Attack podcast and Calvin. You know, make sure y'all check that out. Devon Shoemaker's The Blurred Report. You'll be hearing us again on that, so stay tuned. And then again, so like I said, since I'm going back to the Chris Nye, you know, shout out Gerald B for putting together this Moonlight special with a whole bunch of, you know, local artists. You know, it's good to see, you know, urban support is growing. You know, he's made multiple shows, so shout out to him. I will be there. You know, so hey, if y'all see me, pull up, you know, say what's good, you know, some shit. But it's about that time.
Episode 22.
Episode 22.
Your boy G
the Activated Podcast, sponsored by Strictly Lit. It's your boy Mac2301. Follow us on Twitter, Instagram, all that shit. You know, 6 Side MMA.
I'm Real Walter Ford. All of mine is the same. Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, Black Planet, Soul Swipe. That's the Black Tinder.
Soul Swipe.
It's good.
I've met people on Soul Swipe.
Soul
I
Swipe.
haven't.
I've got a match from Soul Swipe.
Ooh! Shout out to all the Soul Swipers.
Yeah.
And
Walter's about to host a Tinder convention. If y'all want to
I told a joke earlier about the Tinder convention.
Hey,
shout out to all the swipers. It's your boy G the Cute Wayne.
Hey, yeah, shout out. Y'all say be on the lookout for Walter's Tinder convention. Pull up, you know what I'm saying. But hey, it's the Activated Podcast. We out. Reggie forever. I think I made it.